You don't have a testosterone production problem. Most guys don't. Your body is making testosterone. The signal is there. The machinery is firing. Your brain is firing off. Luteinizing hormone is there. Your testes are responding. The system is online. But here's what no one is telling you. You're not keeping it. You're losing it before your body can actually use it. See, everyone online is obsessed with boosting testosterone. Supplements, steaks all day, cold plunges, all the hacks, but boosting production isn't the real issue for most men. Because even if you are producing enough, that testosterone is either getting bound up or converted before it ever hits your cells. So yeah, your lab might say normal, but you feel anything but. Foggy, soft, exhausted, low motivation, no edge. You're in the gym, eating clean, doing your best, and nothing is shifting. That's not a motivation issue, that's your biology not cooperating. This video isn't about quick hacks. This is about what's hijacking your testosterone behind the scenes and how you can actually get it back. I struggled with low testosterone through basically all my teenage years, which sounds insane when you think about it. That's the time you're supposed to be peaking, right? You're young, lifting, eating clean, full of life, but that wasn't my reality. I was doing everything the internet told me to do, hitting the gym hard, sticking to clean meals, chicken, broccoli, rice, repeat, tracking my macros, dialing in my sleep, which might sound like a minor thing, but it's not. It's a sign something deeper is off and no one's talking about it. And I didn't know why it was happening to me. I did what most guys did. I pushed harder, more sets, more protein, more discipline, and nothing changed. The needle didn't move. I started to feel like I was just broken, like my body wasn't responding no matter what I did. But eventually I stopped guessing and I started learning how testosterone actually works. Not the surface level stuff, the real biology. What I found out changed everything. My body was making testosterone, it just wasn't using it. It was getting bound up, converted before I could ever feel it. All the testosterone I was making, it never got to do its job. So yeah, my lab results looked normal, but I still felt exhausted, unmotivated, foggy, soft. And I was stuck in a loop and no supplement was going to fix this. So the moment I stopped trying to boost my testosterone and started removing what was actually blocking it, that's when things started to shift. I cleaned up my inputs, I supported my liver, I dropped the inflammation, I cut out all the bullshit, and in just a few months I made more progress than I had in years prior. My strength came back, my drive came back, my clarity locked in, and for the first time ever I felt like my body and brain were working with me, not against me. And that's what I want you to understand, because most guys aren't dealing with a production problem, they're dealing with a utilization problem. They're making the testosterone, but their body is just not keeping it. And until you fix that, you're basically pouring water into a bucket full of holes. So this isn't about hacks. This is about seeing the system clearly and finally working with your biology instead of against it, instead of fighting against it. Because when your testosterone flows properly, everything else follows. Strength, focus, confidence, leadership. That's the real shift and that's what we're here to build. So we have been told that if your testosterone is low, it means your body is just not making enough. That the fix is to boost it. Take a supplement, jump on some weird protocol, hit the gym harder, eat more steak, whatever. That's the narrative. Raise your testosterone. But here's what no one's saying, and this is the most important part. Because again, most men today are producing enough testosterone. Their brain is signaling. Luteinizing hormone is doing its job. The testes are functioning. So if the system is working, why do they still feel like shit? Why are you still tired, foggy, unmotivated, soft, zero sex drive, no confidence, can't focus, can't sleep, can't push harder because testosterone they are producing is being stolen? And here's exactly what I mean. There are two things that wreck your testosterone and barely no one talks about it. Number one, SHBG, and number two, aromatization. So let's break them down and see what's actually going on under the hood. Because once you see the biology, the fix makes way more sense. So first off, SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin. It's a protein your liver makes and its job is to bind to sex hormones like testosterone and carry them around in your bloodstream. Sounds useful, right? until you realize that once testosterone is bound up to SHBG, it's basically locked up. It's inactive. Your cells can't use it, your brain can't register it. So even if your total T looks solid on a blood test, you feel like you're running on fumes. Why? Because your free testosterone, the stuff that actually does the work, is tanked. And what drives SHBG up? Chronic stress, high cortisol, a sluggish toxic liver, deficiencies in key minerals, overtraining, going too low carb for too long, not eating enough, too much saturated fat, even pounding too much fiber. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Now let's talk about aromatase, the other killer. Aromatase is an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. Now yeah, men need some estrogen, but most guys today are converting way too much and way too fast. Why? Because of too much belly fat, inflammation, plastics, xenoestrogens in your food, your soap, your fucking water bottles, and drinking too much, especially beer, which is loaded with phytoestrogens. Blood sugar issues, insulin resistance, and again, low zinc, poor detox, weak liver. So now you've got two big problems. Either your testosterone is being bound up by SHBG or it's getting converted in estrogen before you ever get to feel it. That's why so many men are stuck. Not because they are not producing testosterone, but because they can't access it. And if you don't fix that, all your testosterone boosting efforts are basically just pouring water into a bucket full with holes. So now you know exactly how testosterone is getting hijacked. It's time to fix it. And no, we're not talking about injections, weird boosters, or obsessing over random numbers. We're doing it the natural way, the smarter way. First, you gotta lower SHBG. Not shut it down, just bring it back to normal so your testosterone actually stays free and usable. How? Start eating more nutrient-dense food. Real stuff like grass-fed beef, egg yolks, organ meat, bone marrow. Add in boron, around 9 milligrams per day, or just grab some raisins or prunes. Then fix your nutrient deficiencies. Zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, the basics, but they matter. And don't forget your liver. Support detox with choline-rich foods like eggs and actually liver. Throw in bitter herbs and stay hydrated. Also, stop wrecking your system with extreme fasting or overtraining. More stress equals more SHBG. Now, second, control aromatase. That's the enzyme turning your T into estrogen. And we're not nuking it with meds, we're gonna nuke it with real food and daily habits to dial it down. So load up on cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, add in mushrooms, they are legit aromatized blockers. Pomegranate, olive oil, zinc heavy foods like oysters, they all help. And lose that belly fat. Even a small drop in visceral fat lowers aromatase activity hard. And cut the estrogenic crap too. Ultra processed foods, plastic, conventional hygiene products, beer or hormone loaded dairy. And third, fix your terrain. Gut and liver health make or break your hormone balance. If your liver is clogged and your gut's inflamed, estrogen builds up and testosterone tanks. So support your gut lining with bone broth, fix your digestion, get your bile flowing and sweat. Detox through movement. And again, cut the daily estrogen and salt. Get rid of plastic, fragrances, bottled water, deodorants, synthetic clothes. All of it adds up. And the bottom line is, you don't need more testosterone. You need to stop losing the testosterone you're actually already making. And once you do that, everything changes. That's the unlock, that's the hack, that's the real fix. And here's why this actually works and why this will last forever. Because you're not relying on hacks, prescriptions or random guesswork anymore. You're not trying to force your body to perform under broken conditions. You're just removing the noise, the crap. You're stripping away what's been blocking your biology, and in that sense you're basically giving your body what was always designed to run on. Nothing complicated, just simple, human, powerful biology. And this isn't just about testosterone. This is about becoming the kind of man who stops surviving the day and starts leading it. Because that's what this is. Not coping, not managing, creating, building, showing up like you're meant to. So you were never broken. You have just been operating in a broken environment. But that chapter, it's done now. It's over. You're now gonna take back control because deep down you know there's more for you. more strength, more clarity, more presence, more edge, and it all starts with dialing in your biology. When your system runs clean, you run clean. When your biology starts working, you start working. So if any of this hits home, if you're tired of guessing, if you're tired of spinning your wheels all over again, if you're tired of doing it alone, then maybe it's time. Book the call and I'll walk you through the exact way to rebuild your system from the ground up. Naturally, no gimmicks, no fluff, no wasted time. Let's rebuild you. Links below and I'll see you there, and otherwise I see you in the next one. Ciao.